Hello everyone. We are back with project number 2. I am going to just give a moment for me to pop up in some feeds, but I want to welcome you back for a day of free tutorials with me, Sue's Paper Creations, coming to you from Victoria, BC, which is on the west coast of Canada. And already this morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we made a fabulous large flat folding bag. I can show you that one in just a second. And we are moving on. We are moving on to a wonderful larger but flatter box that you can use for some more gift wrapping for the holiday season. So if you are new to the channel, just happen to swing on by and catch us, welcome. You have entered a great community here with amazing group of ladies. Yeah, we have a good time creating and gathering together here a couple times a week. If you are a regular, welcome back, and I'm glad that you are back for round 2. If you missed the gift bag, I did post a photo of it on my Facebook page of a couple photos of the actual gift bag. In fact, I still have it here in my photo box. I was just taking pictures of it. So here is the bag that we created with a little tiny tag on it. It is wonderful because it is a flat bag. So like you buy these at the store, fancy bags like this, you buy these at the store for a few dollars at least, sometimes up to $5-6 a bag. And we made this one with a couple pieces of 12 by 12 designer series paper. It yeah, opens up. It's a good size, and you can make a ton of these. So if you missed it, you'll be able to look for the photos in my feed, and the first comment in the underneath that photo there will give you the link for the replay. Okay. All right, here we go. We are going to go for our next project. What did you guys do for the last hour is the big question. If you're here joining me again, I had a little bit of time. Let's see. Well, I wrapped up my November Fun Fold classes. Congratulations to Susan, who won a Fun Fold class with me with our first live today. I have got a second one here that doesn't have a name on it. So we definitely need to give that away in the next video here. And oh my goodness, Judy made an apple pie. Wow, you outdid me. That is amazing. I thought I got a lot accomplished. I heated up some leftover pizza actually. That was kind of late breakfast / lunch. I had a couple slices of pizza. And then I did some wrapping, and I did a little die cutting for this project. So here we go. All right, so I'm gonna switch on down to my desktop. There we go. Zoom out a little bit, and we are ready to make a fabulous box. I'm gonna put this little package aside. We're gonna put a name on that partway through our live today. And I have got one more live that is going to be coming to you at 4 o'clock today, Pacific Standard Time. So it is just a day of fun, free tutorials for you guys to help with your Christmas wrapping. So I hope you guys have a great time trying these out. Let's see here. People were making lunch. Slept getting over the flu. Oh no, Christine. Well, we wish you well. And yeah, just relax, rest up, give you something to watch as you're just resting. And then when you got a little energy back, you can start creating some of these great projects. Just adjusting my camera so I'm not on a tilt. Hold on. Sorry. I just don't want it to be. There we go. That's better. Okay, so for this one, round 2, let me see if I can find my little directions here. this is what I wanted you to have ready if you are creating along with me today. I have got one piece of pattern paper. It is from the Seasons of Gold and Green. And I have got a piece of paper from that, as well as I wanted you to have one piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. So those are easy things to grab if you want to create along with me. All you're going to need is your scoreboard and a pair of scissors, some glue, and we have got this. All right, so let's get started. Now, how many of you during the break made another one of those folding gift bags? Did anybody do that? Did anybody get another one done after we went through the directions? I hope you try it out because it is going to be a great bag for you for all year round, really. I'm going to make some, stock up on my birthday ones once I'm done the holiday season. Okay. Now, for a piece of cardstock, the cardstock 12 by 12 is going to be a box bottom. And then I have got this fabulous plaid. I just love it. It is from the Forever Greenery beautiful papers, and it's got some designs on the one side. I'm going to be using the plaid top. It is a great piece of paper, isn't it? And then I've already got some goodies to decorate up this box to finish it off. And I'll post pictures with a little link so you can watch the replay. And I hope that you will try this out and post in the comments how yours turned out, okay? Oh my goodness, we have Netherlands helping our watching today. Welcome. That's amazing. Okay. All right. So our first, are you ready? All we have to remember is one measurement. Okay. We are going to be making a box. It is a square box. So you are going to be scoring on all four sides the exact same measurement. Ready for it? That's it. That's all I got to write down for this one. That's easy to remember. I'll tuck it to the side. And I'm going to bring in my piece of cardstock. And here we go. All right. So we are going to start off with the bottom of the box, which is our cardstock. I am going to get my cutter out of the way on my Stampin' Trimmer here, and I am going to score it 2 inches. Here we go. 2 inches. Then we're going to rotate it. And you're just going to go around and you are going to rotate all four sides. We are going to do 2 inches. Okay. Hello, sitting here scrolling. Found you. Oh my goodness. Well, welcome. Welcome, Vera Lynn. I am glad that you are joining us. I am sorry to hear that you have got a broken ankle. That is not fun. But I hope that this gives you at least something to watch as you're resting. Maybe have your leg up, and we all wish you well. Okay. All right. Let's move it around here. All four sides, 2 inches. So we are making a fabulous larger size box. I think this would be good for baked goods. I think it'd be good for a scarf or a shirt. Sweater, it'd have to be a thin sweater to fit in this box. But yeah, the finished size is going to be 2 inches by 8 inches. So 2 inches tall by 8 inches wide. So it's a good size. We're making good size bags and boxes today because we want to be able to do some wrapping, right? So here is our finished bottom. If you wanted to fancy it up a little bit, you could definitely stamp onto the cardstock and then you would have a pattern on the bottom side of the bag. I'm adding quite a bit of stuff on the top of this box for a little bit of a wow factor. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to keep the bottom of mine plain. And I'm actually using, I found in my stash a old piece, old color. This is retired, Evening Evergreen, which was just a slightly darker color than the Mossy Meadow. And I had the 12 by 12. So that's what I am using. You can use just a white or a cream, whatever color you want to coordinate with the top of your box. Okay, so let's go to the top. And for this one, we want to add the slightest adjustment. So I am going to be calling this measurement for this one 2 minus. Okay, so what I'm wanting you to do, because this has to fit over top of the box, we don't want them to be exactly the same size. Otherwise, we're going to have some buckling, right, on the sides of the box, and we don't want that. So we are going to go, get ready for my technical terms here. We're going to go to 2 inches, and we're going to pull it back a smidgen. And by that, I mean like not even 1/8 of an inch, maybe a 1/16. Okay? Maybe a 1/16 at the most. Okay? So you're just going to that 2 inches. You're just pulling it back. You can see the small amount that I pulled it back here. That's what you want to do. It's going to make the lid the slightest bit larger than the bottom of the box so it fits on it perfectly. Okay? So we're going to do that on all 4 sides. Here we go. 1. And again, 2-inch mark, pull it back ever so slightly. 2. 12 by 12, you bet. We are working with a 12 by 12. I think I missed the size of the piece of green paper you are working on right now. It is a 12 by 12. So yes, both pieces are 12 by 12. 12 by 12 cardstock, 12 by 12 pattern paper. For the cardstock bottom, 2 inches on the nose, all 4 sides scored. For our pattern paper, we are 2 inches minus the slightest little smidgen. Okay, and we're going all the way around. Okay, here we go. Hello, hello. People are popping on. I'm so glad you are finding me today for a little bit of fun today. We're doing 4 lives. So we already did 1. We made a fabulous flat folding large gift bag. Now we're moving on to a 8-inch by 2-inch deep larger box for gift wrapping. And today at 4 o'clock, so I'm taking a little bit of a break in between the 2 next ones. You'll have a little bit larger of a break. Maybe you can create some of these boxes and bags that we've gone over, right? So we are going to make a larger box that is square and it'll be a fun lid that will go on the top of it. So before I say goodbye from this video, I will pop up the stuff to have on hand for the 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time video, okay? And I'll even show you the cardstock and the piece of pattern paper that I'm going to be using, okay? If it gives you kind of some ideas for inspiration. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I am going to burnish all of my score lines because we are 1 month away from Christmas Eve day. Isn't that crazy? So it's time to start working on all of these bags and boxes because I could bet money on it that if I was a betting person, I could bet money on it that you have at least a dozen or so pieces of Christmas card or Christmas pattern paper, and you've got some 12 by 12 cardstock, some that's probably you've had possibly for years. So this is going to be a fabulous way to use those pieces up, okay? For the bag, you just needed 2 of the same. For the box, you just need 1. And everyone has, I mean, usually a stack of 12 by 12, right? Okay, so we're gonna go with our cutting now. So we have burnished all the sides on both pieces. We're ready to do our cutting. It is a simple cut. We are going to keep, these are long rectangles here. We're going to keep the rectangles are going to be kept square. The tabs, we are going to rotate around. And the best way I can describe this is I keep my scissors in the same position right here, ready to go, and I rotate my paper around, okay? So what we're gonna do is we are gonna cut up onto our score line to create a tab. Now this tab, we're gonna shimmy to the left, we're gonna shimmy to the right, okay? We're gonna do a little chopping here. Do a little scissor dance. We're gonna do shimmy to the left, shimmy to the right. Okay, and we've got this nice little tab. All right, now keep your scissors where they are, rotate it around. See that? There you go. Now you can see it if I lay it down flat. Okay, then again, same thing. It's kind of like a square dance, right? Oh my gosh, that was bad. Okay, we're gonna shimmy to the left, shimmy to the right. We're going around the square. Rotate around. Let's go again. All 4 corners. Shimmy, shimmy. Roll it around. Okay, we're gonna end up with all these little bits and pieces. Put them off to the side. I used to just, as I was crafting, I would, as I cut little pieces like that, even during classes, I'd say, okay, don't worry about all the little tiny pieces that you are cutting off. Just swoop them. I have floors in my craft room. Swoop them onto the floor, sweep them up at the end, and easy tidy. You don't have to worry about it. But now that we have a golden retriever who will eat paper, I have to actually be careful. Okay, so there's one all the way cut around. Okay, see how that kind of like a little, almost like tags going all around in a circle. Okay, same thing. We're going to do the exact same with our pattern paper. So we're going to cut up to the score line. We're going to do our little square dance around the square here, and we're going to shimmy to the left, shimmy to the right, keeping this rectangular piece square. Okay, round we go. Up, little shimmy, rotate, round we go. Okay, couple more. And I mean, this is how easy it is. If you have not made homemade bags before, they are really easy to do. Or sorry, homemade boxes and bags actually. I'm gonna share more and more different size bags and stuff that you can start creating because they are really, really easy to make. But boxes, I mean, especially if they're square ones, you can alter the height of them and how wide they are, the dimensions, just by switching up how far you score all the way around the sides. So say you want a box, you go and you make this one and you have a sweater or something that's slightly taller, that this box is just not quite tall enough. If you were to score at 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches all the way around, it is going to increase the height of your box 1/2 inch, right? It's going to make it so that it is narrower, but it's going to pop it up more. So it's going to be an inch. It would end up being 7 inches wide by 2.5 tall. So you can manipulate the height and the width of your box by just how much you score around the edges. And just remember, whatever you do, if you do 2.5 for the bottom, you do 2.5 minus a smidgen for the top. Okay? You can also change, you can get trickier and you can change, of course, the size of the overhang of the top of the lid, all that sort of stuff. We'll get into that another day. We just want to do simple today. Simple, quick. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to get out my tear tape. I will sometimes use liquid glue. For boxes, I tend to like to use tear tape because it's just makes for a really solid stick. Okay, so I'm going to add my adhesive. I'm going to be tucking, so this is important too, to make sure you put your adhesive on the right side. I am going to be tucking the tabs in and gluing them together. So I'm actually going to, just to make it easier for my tear tape, I'm going to flip the box over. This is the outside of the box, and I'm going to just add my tear tape. Okay, I'm putting it on the tabs, so all 4 tabs. Okay. Because this box is so simple, I'm tempted to show you kind of a stepped up version. What do you think? Should we go for it? Should we do a little bit something extra? I'm thinking we need to. Just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to grab the stamp set, and I've got a little bit of Versamark. Okay, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little extra bit of greenery look onto our box. It's going to be very subtle, but it's going to be beautiful. You don't even have to do it all the way on the bottom if you don't want to. You can do just along the edges, but I'm going to make it so that it's all over, okay? I wasn't going to do some stamping on the paper, but go ahead. I'm going to, yep. Just to show you how easy it is. I mean, I've even got all of my adhesive and everything on there, so you can do this last minute as you know, change your mind as you're creating, right? So I'm going to do, if I wanted to really step it up, I could stamp all with Versamark and I could put gold embossing folder on it. I mean, that would be stunning, right? We're just going to do, though, a little bit of stamping, and you're going right over the score lines. That's okay. The box is going to be put together and folded, but I want to show you how simple it is if you have Versamark to add some detail to the bottom of the boxes and the bags, and it really doesn't take a whole lot of effort. And I'm not overthinking where I'm stamping. I'm just going for it, and I'm going to do it even on the bottom. Now I will pull it in. Oh, you can start to see it. See how much more you can see this first one than you can from the last one. As the Versamark sits there, after a couple seconds, you see more of the watermark look. Okay, so that's all it's doing, is it is creating like a watermark look of greenery all over the box, which is amazing, right? Love boxes and bags. I'm preparing for my Christmas craft fair weekend. Oh yeah, these would be those fold up bags. Sonia would be amazing for a craft fair, right? They're just so simple and pretty. You could definitely mass produce some of those with a couple packages of paper. Add a dozen of those to your craft fair. So see how pretty this detail. And I went with, of course, this sprig because this is the detailed one out of the two. So in the stamp set, the Golden Greenery, you have got one stamp that is kind of more of a fuller outline, and then you've got the detail that you stamp over top. So you get like a two-tone greenery. It's beautiful when it's stamped. I wanted to use the detailed one because then you notice it more on the bag or on the box, bottom of the box, whatever you're stamping. Okay, do a few more just to finish that up, and it will look really pretty once this is all together. You'll notice it. It really does also depend on, I'm realizing now that the top of the box is going to go almost over the whole bottom of the box and cover it up. But that's okay. You can still see what I'm meaning, right? That adding a little bit of stamping, even if you just take one, like I'm just using the one stamp from a coordinating stamp set and stamping it all over the place. There we go. I really should do this on the box that we're doing next because you actually get to see the exposed sides of the box. For this one, we may not see after all that pretty work. But look, I just had to show you how quick and easy, and that is just the clear Versamark to add that little detail to the sides of a bag or a box. Okay. All right, so let's pull back these pieces there, my adhesive, and I'm just making sure that the corners are flush, and I'm starting to put this box together. So it's just a matter of, again, whether you use liquid glue, whether you use Stamp and Seal. If you're going to use Stamp and Seal, I would go for the Stamp and Seal Plus because Stamp and Seal isn't going to hold as well, and the last thing you want is to have something in there and then it does not stay together, right? Okay. All right. Cutting down the tabs a little bit. See how it saves from those really bulky corners, and you get just nice and flush around the edges. They don't have that weird overlap. And that's from the shimmying, right? So you got to do a little shimmy with your crafting, especially 3D projects. Makes a difference. Okay, there we have got, that is a good size. I got a shadow coming in here. Let's just turn that way a sec. Okay, now we're going to take and we're going to do the exact same to the lid, and then we're going to decorate it up. And remember, we did cut down or pull back on the measurement for the box. If you're just tuning in, we started with 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, 12 by 12 piece of pattern paper, and we scored for the box bottom, which is the cardstock. We did 2 inches all the way around. For the top, the key is to go to that 2-inch mark on your scoreboard and then pull it back just a slight bit. Let me see if I can get my light working a bit better. There's a little more light. So that the box, and by a slight bit, it's not even a 1/16 of an inch, like barely. But it will make a difference for putting the box together so that the lid doesn't buckle over top of the bottom of the box. Okay. All right, so here we go. We're putting it together, and I've got all sorts of prettiness to put on top of here and decorate it up so that you can see a sample of what this could look like. Before we decorate, I think we need to give away our Fun Fold kit. Susan was the winner of in the comments of the bag we made this morning. So we will see who will end up getting the fun fold. And I can show you, I have the cards here of November's fun fold. So if you placed an order in October, you have got a fun fold kit that will be coming out to you. We're on strike here in Canada. If you're not from Canada and you're not aware, there's a postal strike right now. So I will be popping them in the mail. I think I can still take them to the mail, the postal, but they might not, they won't be going out right away. Let's just see how this fits. But I will get them in there, and there's a reason for that reason. Let's see how we did on our lid. It's going to be snug. Look at that. But it's not going to buckle, is it? No. Oh my goodness. Perfect fit. It's that pulling it back a smidgen. Okay, look at the size of that. So this is, like I said, this is a great size. It is 8 by 8, and it is 2 inches high. So that is perfect. Like you could put a little, make a little divider in there, and you could put like 4 different types of baked goods. It's easy peasy, right? It's an easy one. Okay, we're gonna decorate it up though. But first, let me give away a fun fold. You wanna know what the fun fold is? It is this one. So this is the November fun fold. So orders that were placed in September, I mail out these fun fold kits every month. It's different every month, and if your order's over $50, then I mail out one of these kits. I strategically only did one Christmas one because with the postal strike, I'm not sure when you're going to get this kit, okay? But you will eventually get it. There will be a full instructional video, and it is a cute little fold. I like this one. I love the wood grain. You can add texture, pattern paper in the background, stamp, but it's kind of like a fun little surprise there, little layers, okay? So that is all the pieces for these cards are in here, and I'm going to give it away, all right? So it's all right there. Are we ready? Let's do it. Let's see who the winner is going to be. I'm going to go for number, let's go number 8. Because we got to get on to creating the top of this box. Because, I mean, it's a pretty box right now, but whew, I've got some decorations. It's going to look amazing. Okay, so we have got, starting, we're going for comment number 8 right now is going to get a fun fold. Whoa, that just jumped. Everyone just clicked in. Let's see here. We've got Pat number 1, Tracy number 2. Let's see here. Florence number 3. Sonia 4. We need 4 more. Who's it gonna be? Let's see here. Oh, that just jumped again. I gotta go back to where I was. 4 was Sonia. 5 is Christine. 6 is Wendy. 7 is Carol. And Sarah Flint Lamb, you are. Sarah, this one's going to you. Sarah, congratulations. I had a wonderful day with your sister-in-law yesterday. So good. Congratulations on that one. That will be mailed out to you, and you will be doing that fun fold, okay? Whenever it happens to make its way to you, all right? So now let us finish decorating this up. And today's goal is to show you that you've got so many, and I know you do, so many pieces of 12 by 12 paper, 12 by 12 cardstock in your craft room. You could create so many beautiful ways to give away presents for the holidays. Okay, and I mean, this doesn't have to be, you could need a birthday box right now, right? You could need something just cheerful and bright to cheer someone up. So whatever you need, you can create it with all of the goodies that you have in your craft room. Okay, don't have to go out and and purchase these things, we can create them. We are crafty. All right, so let's start with, this is a, oh, I forgot to measure this. This is, I think, 3. Let's see if this one is, this one's 3 1/4. This one's 3 3/4. Now, this is going to be the tricky part because I have to, because I'm not right standing up looking on top of this. I'm trying to make sure it's right in the center. Where did I put my little ruler that we use? There it is. Let's see, should I actually measure it? Normally I'm one that says don't even bother to measure. But when you got a plaid and you're putting a square in the middle of it, 2 1/4. Oh, look at that. That's pretty close. Not quite 2 1/4. And 2. Okay, so I got to move it over slightly. There. I kind of want it in the center, so I am going to measure it. Let's see, 2, I think it might be up high. Maybe 2 and 2 1/4. So shimmy it down a little. Good, gotta love liquid glue. Right there. I think that's good. Okay, I'm going with that. All right, okay. Sunday fun day. We should do this like every Sunday, right? I don't know if I'll be able to get away with 3 different tutorials every Sunday, but I mean, maybe we could do it once a month. We could have like 3D fun day. I would be up for that. Okay. I'm going to add a little gold. Okay. Then look at these. So these are amazing, amazing dies. These are the Forever Greenery dies. And I have, well, if you follow me, you will see that I have over, these came out, oh, probably 3 months ago, more than that. They're online exclusive. And the first thing I did with them, because they're seasons of green and gold, so they were kind of like a early release for Christmas, so you could get a jump on your Christmas stuff. The first thing I did was I made a whole bunch of cards and things that were non-Christmas, because these are the best little pieces of greenery to create with like all year round. I made a one sheet wonder, 4 cards that were in purples and yellows, and they were amazing. Wedding cards. These little branches, they got little heart shapes to them. Can you imagine for Valentine's? Little bouquet of flowers with this is the greenery. How cute would that be? Okay. Which I was tempted to use a new set of gorgeous papers that we have that are all marbly. And here, let me just see. I gotta wait till it sticks down. Let's see here. Got an extra piece that did not pop out there. But I've got this gorgeous pink and reds, and they're all beautiful marbled papers. I was tempted to use that because I thought that would be amazing. And then these little hearts. So I might have to make a Valentine's one at some point because we got some new Valentine's goodies that came out. All right, so now I'm going to take and I'm going to put another square layer. What do we think so far? Good? Are we good? I need some dimension because I think I want to start popping stuff up a little. It's pretty with the die cut. So, I mean, you can make the beautiful boxes. You could even attach a card to the top of it, right? Or just a tag, a ribbon and a tag. But, I mean, if you got somebody that you really want to do something beautiful, say this is like, you think, oh my goodness, what is going to be in here? Can you imagine if you open it up and there was all sorts of squares, Christmas cookies, shortbread. Like, how amazing would that be to pop on a neighbor's doorstep? I think you'd be the talk of the neighborhood. That's what I think. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. Now we are going to add a greeting that says, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. Love that. So this is the greetings of the season, and this went with the suite of the green and gold. Okay, so this is there's a whole bunch of different shaped dies. I happen to use a circle. There's some beautiful, though, a bunch of tag dies, but I didn't want to cover up too much of my greenery, so I went with a circle. I did. And then I'm going to add a little bit of greenery here and there. This actually, can you see that? I wanted to have variation in my greenery, so I actually used the back side of this paper was all sorts of different colors of green. Here it is here. See that? And although it has some design on it, when you cut out your fine detail, you don't notice the design, you just notice all the pretty different colors of green in there. So just another way, use your dies, detailed dies with pretty patterns of paper, or all those beautiful watercolor ones that we've had. Okay, I've got 3 sprigs, so I'm going to actually, because I want to have 2 and 2, I'm going to go like this. I think people are going to notice. I don't think so. I'm trimming this one, I'm cutting it in half. It's a big one. Okay, and I'm going to go like that because I want to. Okay, here we go. It is a gorgeous, it's perfect DSP for, I mean, it's greenery. You could use it all year, right? No one would know. A plaid is a plaid. I could see this for Father's Day, especially a golfer with the greenery. I happen to have a golfer in this house, so sometimes I think about that. Okay, I'll put that there. All right, we're gonna pop this up. We're gonna add a little bit of embellishment. Do I need some ribbon maybe? Perhaps some ribbon, or I got something that is hanging out of my twine box here that I think might just do a little something for this project. Let's see. I'm gonna pull it in. You can give me the yay or the nay, but look at that. That's quite pretty. We're gonna go for it. Okay. And I am going to separate the strands. So this is the jute twine. I never keep it together. I always unravel, and I'll show you why, because it's just so pretty when it's unraveled. Some things are better unraveled, right? Okay, let's see. I don't know how much I want of this yet, but okay, so see how there's just that fuzzy now crinkle to it? I can just pull this one apart a little bit easier, but it's going to make a fun little bit of, look at that, a bit of business in the background. We need some business in the background. So I'm going to add, I think, I've got my 2 chunks of dimensional because I'm using up the leftovers on the outside of my sheets of dimensional. I always use the edges because they're just as good. You can cut them up, you can put them on bigger pieces like this, but I'm going to just kind of swoop this under a little bit, and I want to have some edges here. Okay, what do I want to do? I don't know what I want to do yet. I want to go like this. I like the fuzzy edges. So I'm switching it up. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to have the fuzzy edges sticking out because I like that better. Okay, and I may have to, they may end up looking really quite wild and I may have to trim them up a little bit, and I can do that. We can give them a haircut. Let's just stick it on here first. Okay. There, perfect. Okay. See, now what I can do is I can give it a little haircut. So let's do, you know, little here, little there. Trim one some longer, some shorter. There. See how it just adds just a little bit on there. Let's get rid of that. Okay. We're going to add some bling, and I just happen to have some metallics just laying right beside me. Meant to be one. Let's do one there. One. Whoop, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Okay. There you have it. There is our fancy decorative box. It's a good size. 8 by 8 by 2. And using 12 by 12 sheet of, look at that. See, we see our little bit of stamping on the bottom if we turn it over. Using 12 by 12 cardstock, 12 by 12 designer series paper, 2 inches all the way around on the bottom, just a smidgen less than 2. Okay, we did a little shimmering, shimmy on the corners of our tabs. We had some fun, right? Okay, there you have it. There is your second project. So if you missed the first one, you're just tuning in. You're gonna have a day of tutorials here. We got one more still to go. We're gonna make a different box. We're starting off with the big ones, okay? The next one's gonna be tall and square, but we did a little large bag at 10 o'clock this morning. Pretty darn cute. Folds up, nice and flat. Now we have got a great larger box that can hold something, right? Because it's got 2 inches in there. Okay, there we have it. All right, everyone, I am going to just pull this down so I can say goodbye for now, but hopefully I will see you again at 4 o'clock for the third of my free tutorial in my free tutorial day. Okay, so there you have it. We're doing wrapping. We're doing solutions for wrapping all of your Christmas goodies today. Okay, so you can get started creating the boxes and the bags, have them all ready to go. All right, see you soon. Thanks, everyone.